Hey guys, it's Biggs. This is a speed one. Now this is something that Biggs has never done before. Biggs is totally out of his element. As you can tell, the entire fish room is dark. It's about 8 o'clock at night. We've been in and out. We had a whole bunch of stuff happen around the house and the farm today and work and whatnot and did grocery shopping. And now we're home. The kids are being put to bed. And I figured if I'm going to do it, I got to do it now. This is the only chance I'm going to do it. What am I talking about? Biggs, you're ranting again. You're going off. Okay, well, what I'm talking about is the lovely Miss Rachel O'Leary, threw down the gauntlet today. She's challenging people to come up with an aquascape of stuff they've got around their house. We're all in lockdown, so we can't go shopping. We just got to deal with what we got to deal with. Well, okay, let's see what we can do. Now, the only thing that is vastly different than in Canada versus the States, at least in the States, you guys can still get stuff. All the airlines shut down the borders to Canada for incoming freight and cargo for fish and plants and all that stuff. So you couldn't get any of that if you don't want it. You just can't get it at all right now. I was talking with my good friend Spencer Jack at Aficionados, and he says within a week or so, he's going to be closed. There's not going to be anything left. There's just nothing else available. So Biggs can't get stuff even if he wanted to. So Biggs is pretty much raw for this. He can only pull stuff from his fish room. That's all he can get. So let's take a look around and see what we can find and see what we can throw together. Well, you know, I'm such a legend in the aquascaping realm. Not. But I guess I'm going to have to harness my Rachel O'Leary, my Jennifer Williams, and somehow harness stuff. So underneath my tank here, that's where all my buckets are and stuff like that have all my materials. This is all I have. I have a whole bunch of different types of rocks that don't go together. I got a bunch of random weird pieces of driftwood. Like, what the point? What is the purpose of this thing? I don't even, it's just broken off with something, but you can't throw it away. Maybe you can use this little piece of spiderwood for something. Make it look like a tree. Oh! Maybe we can even put in the fancy urn. Ooh, the urn of destiny. No idea what we can do. But what are we even going to put it in? Well, I just finished cleaning out a bunch of these older things. This was the vessel that used to hold the Drosera, which was the little pitcher plant. I went away for too long. It dried up and died. So we're going to have to try something else. I just took this down the other day. This was a beta tank, and it was sitting on the ground beside my tank beside my work desk for the longest time. I do have some pretty used plant gravel in there. I got gravel in all the tanks. Gravel, 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 darker gravel. We have the cobalt. It's sitting full of stuff. The cobalt wave tank I was thinking of setting up eventually. It's kind of hard to believe saying Biggs. I cleaned up my desk, and yeah, I did. I kind of cleaned up my desk, and now stuff has been piled in different spots. See, the way guys clean is like when we don't want something, we just push it to the side or hide it somewhere else. And then it's clean. It's good enough, right? We just sweep it under the bed. So all the stuff that's in that tank is all stuff that just really didn't have a spot. This is all the different shrimp foods and stuff. I was going to throw them in the freezer because I don't have any shrimp going on right now. I was thinking of running that tank and setting up as a little planted tank, doing some CO2. I've got a manifold that's actually in that tank right now. And we're going to set that up on that tank, and then we're going to get the tiger tank over there and everything running on the manifold. Maybe we could do that. I don't really know. It's not a very big tank to scape, and Biggs only knows how to do things on a very big scale, not on a small scale. What do we got for plants? I've got some small, what is that? Bucephalandra wavy green. That's been growing in that little pot for a long time. I think I have a bunch of Anubias petite in this tank here. This is just kind of like a holding tank. It's got 5 fish for my good friend Ray Quinnell, but we can't get together and meet, so I haven't been able to get him to that. Other than that, I got a whole bunch of giant pieces of Anubias barteri. There might be a little bit of narrow leaf Java fern, some Bulbitis. I don't know. Let's see what we can do. I think let's try and pull out that little tank, see what it looks like. Ooh, jackpot! Siphoned up gravel and substrate. Nice sand in my water change bucket. That'll work. All right, I guess first step is I dump all this stuff out. There. Tank's clean. Is that good? Do I win? All right, let's see what we can do with that. There, centered a little bit better. This is my manifold. I was going to get that going soon. Got a whole bunch of these. We're going to have some fun with that, but that's a different challenge. How about we just put it behind? Does that work? I think you took the wrong one, Biggs. That might be all right. I don't think gay bugs are supposed to be a part of it. Let's get some substrate. We'll need more than that. Just scoop it out of tanks. A slightly different grade, but I don't think these are being judged. Are these being judged, Rachel? Is there a panel that's going to oversee these? See, a smarter man would have just brought the water change bucket out here. That's not Biggs. I meant to clean up this pail, because the danger is you don't want that sand going down your drain ever, plugging up your drains. Just never got around to it. So thank you, Rachel, for making me do maintenance and housekeeping. All right, maybe that's good. I don't know. What do we got here? Oh. How do I have that here? Is that it? That looks kind of cool. It's still got like roots and stuff on it. Is this what you guys call dragonstone? Is that the right name? Boy, do I feel totally out of my place. So the more important thing is what cichlids can we put in this tank when it's done? That's what everyone needs to know. That looks terrible, Biggs. Does that look terrible or does that look all right? I don't know. Looks kind of coolish-ish. Oh, I like that better. Oh, does it need more? No, that looks dumb. All right, we need more sand. I have to go into a tank to get it. What do you guys think? Does that look all right? I don't really know what I'm doing, but we got some rocks and we got a twig. Got a bunch of these. Is that Nana Petite, I think? Found something that's kind of grown into a weedy ball. It's some sort of bulbitis. I don't really know. I know they prefer currant though. So I don't know how well he's going to like it in here. Trim off some of the roots. How do you guys do this on this scale? Oh, I got all those tools. Where's all those tools? Ha! Got my tools. I don't think I've ever used the tools, but I got them just for this competition. I don't even know how to use the tools. They're meant just for shoving stuff in. How we doing, guys? Am I doing all right? Biggs has no idea what he's doing. No, don't like that there. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, we had some narrow leaf Java fern in here, didn't we? Weedy little piece, but I could say I put it in there. I wonder if I should throw some of that shrimp substrate stuff in here as something for these Anubias to kind of root in. So ideally, if I could kind of put one there. I don't think I have any crazy glue. Maybe if we just throw some more sand over top of it. That's not much of a plant. That's too big. Got lots of bulbitis, but it's way too big. Oh, there's another piece of Java fern. What do we got there? Yeah, it's going to take a while for that to look like anything, but maybe if we throw it in behind here, it'll just give a different texture. I don't know. What do you guys call it? What's the terms? I know Jennifer Williams and Rachel are probably dying laughing right now watching Big struggle with these dainty little tools in his giant hands. But hey, you guys threw down the gauntlet, and I'm probably the last person you ever thought would ever agree to try and do this. So I'm doing it. How terrible does that look? Does that look all right? It's probably not going to win any awards. But now we got to fill it up. Oh, we also need a light for it. I think I have some of those cobalt lights still. Used to be one on it. Phew. Light's pretty filthy. And how do you clean it? Well, you wipe it on your shirt like that. Look at that. It's brand new. I'm probably going to break it. There. Before we fill it up, I think I'm going to move it to its kind of spot over there. I don't know how we go about filling this tank, but maybe if we run the water along this wood. I know to some this may be relaxing, but for someone who's been running around all day, this just makes me want to go and pee. Now Joey went and built a frickin' tank. He built it. Not only did he skate, he built the tank. Well, I ain't gonna do that. That just isn't gonna happen. Oh, my little shrub. We'll have to fix those once we get more water in. Yeah, we're almost there. I don't really have any fish to throw in this yet. This is pretty small. I do have a pair of beta rubra, and even though I'm not intending on putting a filter on this tank, the beta rubra would still need a cover, a light. Without that, they're just going to jump out. So. It's not working at all, Biggs. It's not working at all. Put our little shrub back there, though. He'd tuck him back in there. I like the little shrub. I like my narrow-leaf Java fern. Always have. That's one of my favorite plants is narrow-leaf Java fern. And all these different types of anubias. And then we're just going to tuck him back here. Tuck him back there. Tuck him in there. What do you guys think? Well, if the plants weren't all floating, Biggs, maybe we'd give you a C-, but considering all the plants are floating, well, I don't have any crazy glue. I didn't come up with this crazy contest. Water everywhere. At least I didn't have to build a tank. I don't know, maybe we'll go and throw see if we can find somebody local that has some shrimp or something. But I probably will put CO2 on this tank. I'll probably come back when we can go out. I think I'll come back and I'll probably crazy glue some of those plants into a little bit more spots, drain it down and glue them in properly. But overall, I think it's pretty cool. There's no way I would have dreamed I could have done something like that in about 15 minutes. Out of all just random stuff that was in a bucket. So, thanks for throwing down the challenge, Rachel. That's what the Biggs can do. It's not much, but it was fun. Thanks, guys.